Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It is I, Mari G, with another video to try to encourage and uplift. So, I was talking to a friend, and she said something that was interesting to me. She has a son, and unfortunately, it's a single parent situation. Well, in this case, maybe it's a better scenario because some of the father's conduct. And she told me how when he went to go visit his father and he showed emotion of sadness, tears, things of that nature, he actually was berated and broke down and looked at as being weak. Father called him every name that you can think of that normally we get called if the double standard of men or boys being raised to not feel anything other than supposed strength, which that is a facade in itself anyway, because how do you define what it means to be strong in the first place? But of course in our society it's so antiquated. It's like you got to equate strength with basically showing nothing outside of basically being a wall, pretty much. Occasional happiness, and of course always comes out in anger, really. He called this boy, and I'll just say it, called him a pussy. Now, what does that do to a young boy where the first superhero in his life, his father, is calling him a pussy? A lot of the mess that men do, we cause so many problems it's not even funny. Our antiquated sense of masculinity, or what it means to be a man. Especially when he's a boy. He's not a man yet. He's a kid. And he should be able to have the freedom to do kid stuff. Not saying that crying or expressing sorrow or pain equals being a kid. But I'm saying that this idea of trying to make a boy a man off rip is absurd. And then when they grow up and become men, or take the form of a man, because being a man and taking the form of one is two different things. When he does show any emotion outside of the occasional happiness or his sexual desires, it's always an explosion of anger. So he's going ballistic and crazy because he's been collecting this stuff his whole life. Whole time. Because he's keep trying to tell himself, I'm not supposed to feel that. I'm not supposed to cry. I'm not supposed to show any kind of idea of weakness. Otherwise, no one's going to respect me. After all, my parents beat it into me that I must always hold it in. Chest out, chin up. And this is why you got guys out here that's locked up right now. Because they exploded and they killed somebody from carrying all this anger, all this pain, and all this sorrow. Because they were conditioned 100% incorrectly. So I'm here to tell you, and this is for any man who under the sound of my voice, and I'm going to say it straight up. We got to cut that shit out. For real. We are destroying our youth. It doesn't make us weak to show a full range of emotion. Half of you is showing emotion the size or the range of a green bean. If we didn't have the ability to feel everything, God wouldn't have gave it to us. We wouldn't have the ability to shed tears. Now, that's not to say that you could be overly sensitive or any of that kind of stuff. We're not talking about that. We're talking about it hurts. Whether it be emotional pain, physical pain, mental pain, whatever. It hurts. And the body is trying to release that and cleanse that. And anybody, any woman that takes a deuce on you and doesn't comfort you and doesn't make you feel important and still regard you as a man who is capable of being sword and shield, then guess what? That ain't no woman. And she must be cast out where there's weeping and gnashing of teeth. It's that simple. She's got to go. Because if we don't take control of this one area, we're going to be the reason why our family doesn't make it. It's time to be more. It's time to put this stuff aside. It's time to put this stuff to bed. And allow ourselves to be a fully operational and functional being. Displaying what a real man is, the new man, the man who is able to talk about how he feels, no matter how bad it hurts, to help somebody understands us instead of them trying to pull it out of us. And we just disregard them. No, I ain't nothing to talk about. I said I'm straight. No, I'm good. Leave me alone. And then you erupt in all this anger. The people that care about you. And then we passing this mess into our kids like a virus. That is great wickedness and evil. And it's got to stop. And I'm challenging you, because I expect some men to hear this, to stop it. Because if you look at it and really think about it, you know what I'm saying is right. You know the truth. It's wrong. Because now I got to go down to, what does it really mean to be a man? Is it just our ability to yell at people? Intimidate people? Hit stuff, break stuff, shoot stuff, stab stuff? Is that what it means to be a man? To make people scared of us? Or is it so much more? Is it our ability to be able to be strong and firm, yet gentle? Is our ability to speak the truth and stand on that truth, but still be willing to be flexible and compromise where we need to? Is it our ability to be able to dictate and dominate and castrate and tyrannicize? Or is our ability to lead somebody by being the example first and not compromising in what the standard is? See, these are things we got to think about. We got to reassess and redefine what it means to be a man. So this last part is for the boys. You know what? Because of what I said a little bit earlier, I'm going to make another separate video for that. I'm going to make something where it's like every boy must hear and every girl must hear. I'm going to write something for the kids. Because a lot of kids are not getting the encouragement that they need to be more, to be able to win in this life. Especially those of us who are coming from minority families. So I'll leave it at this. Men, it's time to step up and redefine manhood. The test of character of a man is being able to be strong in what he knows is right, even if everybody else is saying he's wrong. And still be able to plot that course, plowing through all of the fields that tries to rise up against him. Being a true sword and shield for those that we are responsible for and cannot protect themselves, who find comfort and solace in us because we're able to share our emotions with them instead of trying to deflect them because we don't like how it makes us feel or what it seems like it makes us look like. It is all foolishness. I'll leave you with this super last thought. If you really want to assess how good you're doing, all you have to do is look at the state of your family and the people you're responsible for, and you ask yourself the $1 million question. Do I like how my family is operating? Are they operating in peace, or are they operating in fear? Because guess what, my friend? Whatever state that your family is operating out of, they are merely just a reflection of your leadership. They're looking to you. So now you have to ask, how good of a leader are you? How good of a man are you? All you got to do is look at your family. Ask them straight up. Assuming you haven't tyrannized them so much that they're fearful they can't even tell you the truth because you're a prideful bastard. And you'll know exactly what you are. MRG. Something to think about. Thank you for listening. Grace and peace.